Hey everybody, just thought I'd throw together this little video on how you can use your cigar box battle mats. Everybody knows that I'm a pretty big fan of the cigar box battle mats. They really come in handy for me, save me time and a lot of effort making my boards. But anyway, I just wanted to show a video that kind of shows you what you can do with these mats to get the most use of them. Right here we have the Nashville mat. The roads are about 1.5 inches, 2 inches wide, so it's kind of like the 15mm scale mats that Cigar Box sells. And they have little areas of terrain where buildings would be located during the Battle of Nashville. So yeah, this is an actual mat that's particular to a particular battle, the American Civil War. You can use these in a generic fashion, and I'm going to try and show you that by making use of my own terrain to set on top or underneath or whatever. So let's see what we can do with this. Now again, this is just laid flat out. Now of course you could throw your terrain right on top of this, and you know what, let's try that and see what we can get if we do that. Okay, what I've done here is I basically kept it simple, and I put all the terrain pieces on top of the mat as opposed to anything put under. So this is one way you could use it and change it up. Let's take a look. See what kind of terrain I put down. As you can see, I put one of my own roads down, cutting across the middle of the board with a little bridge. Yeah, you could do that. So I added a road, no problem. That makes all the other roads that are part of the mat kind of like little side tracks, as you can see. So I did change it up that way. Of course, we have our little ford there. In all the locations where supposedly you're going to have buildings for the Battle of Nashville, I made them into little fields, little hay fields. I just surrounded them with some hedges, and there they are. Not bad. Throw some houses around. And of course, I put these big hills on top so I could cut off entire parts of the mat like woods and stuff and make them into a hill section if I wanted to, quite easily. You can see it looks pretty good. I put down some of my own fields. There was a big space over here, which was pretty open, so I put a field in there, my own. And again, this is one thing you could do, and so I did quite simply just throw the terrain on top and change up the layout oh so slightly without any problems. And I have to say, it looks pretty good. So I'm definitely going to be getting some use of this Battle of Nashville mat. I don't play American Civil War, but I don't see why you couldn't use this for other periods. Like this right here would make a good World War II setting or whatever. Looks pretty good. Okay, let's see what else we could do. Let's see if we could put some hills and stuff underneath the mat, which is one of my favorite techniques of using these mats to show natural progression of elevations in your battlefield. I love that. So let's see what it looks like if I do that. Okay, there we go. This time what I did is I changed the layout a little bit more. I put the hills underneath the mat, as you can see those bumps on the far side. One thing I did do is I removed that field that was over here and replaced it with one of my own woods. So again, it's not so open, but you could have it open if you wanted. I changed my road layout, and I put that road over there next to the river, ending at that big building there. And then you got these little paths coming around, which is nice. And, you know, again, just because it's marked as a woods, like this up on top of the hill here, doesn't mean it has to be a wood. It does make some nice underbrush. You know, in this case, I got the top of the hill pretty much looking like a scrub. I just threw around some little lichen, some rocks and sticks. So we got some broken ground at the top of the hill. And at the foot we got some trees, which could be forest. And again, there's one of my fields. But again, one of the strong points and one of my favorite ways to use these mats is to actually show elevation in a very natural way. If I can get that. So you can see there's a good deal of elevation going on there. But you can't really see it because it's so natural looking. I love that. So that's another way you can actually use these cigar boxes, actually put the terrain, especially hills anyway, underneath your mat. And there's plenty of overhang on these 6x4 plus mats that you can do that. And as you can see, we still got plenty of excess overhang. So yeah, that's another way you can do it. Use these mats. Got another look. With our elevation points. So yeah, I changed that up pretty nice. And again, there's my road that I put on. Changing the terrain yet again. So yeah, let's see what else we can do with this. Okay, this time what I did is I added some substantial pieces of terrain to the layout on top. So I kind of got like a combination of hills underneath the mat and some cliffs on top of the mat, as you can see. I still got my road in place. I put down some German and American forces having a go at it. Got some recon forces deployed at the bridge. A little engagement going on. Got a German bunker on the top of this cliff here. Reinforcements coming up this little tracked road. Yeah, there's our two elevations, which are underneath the mat. And the cliffs, which I deployed over here. Again, I could change this layout just by putting things on top. I could make whole features disappear if I wanted. So it's really not an issue having stuff imprinted on your mats. I mean, it really makes no difference. If anything, it makes it look good, whether it's a forest or it's just there for appearance sake or whatever. You just sprinkle some flock over top or whatever, and it looks pretty good. So if I can get another view here. So yeah, I don't know, I like it. And this does actually show what you can do to your layouts using a pre-made mat. And of course, the big highlight of this is that it's all so simple and quick. Boom, it's done. I literally changed these up on the fly. Making this video was not a major big deal. If you were to sculpt this yourself, on your own boards or whatever, it would take forever. But which could be just as satisfying. But this is so simple. So there you go, folks. That's a quick look at what you can do with your mats. In this case, I'm using the Nashville mat, and I'm morphed it around to different things, and I'm using it here for a World War II setting, so it works pretty good. I have no problems with it. Okay, folks, I hope you enjoyed this little video. It shows you what you can do with these mats. I hope you enjoyed the layout. If you have any questions about these mats, or just get in touch with me. Feel free to message me or leave a comment, whatever you want. And I'll try and get back to you as best I can. And go from there. So there it is, folks. Hope you enjoyed. I hope that helps anyone who's on the fence about getting these mats. Highly recommended on my part. So hope you enjoy, folks. Take care.